Welcome to this lecture. Today we are going to deal with these topics little quickly but in detailed approach. My name is Gunjan Subedi and as always I'll be guiding you in this topic with practical explanation and examples when necessary. Before starting, let me kindly remind you to subscribe to my Lean University, which is my initiative to deliver free and quality professional education to your screen. In this lecture, we are going to study about waste of talents. So there are various kinds of lean waste. There are altogether 7 types of waste, but additionally there is also waste of talent, which was not included in the waste of lean. But I find this waste very intimidating and most important of all the other forms of waste, because when there is waste of talent, it destroys everything. So let us learn about waste of talent and ways to eradicate the waste of talent. So what are waste of talent? Waste of talent is anything which involves waste of the underutilized talent or underperforming. That means if you have someone or people in your organization that may have many skills, or those who may be academically very sound, they fall in the category of the underutilized talents. The second definition of the waste of talent might be waste of the non-utilized talent. That means non-performing. Suppose there is someone in your organization who is good with the IT sector. He is from the IT field and you have kept that person in the human resource department where there is no function of the IT. Then that might be the non-utilized talents or the non-performing talent. So this is also waste of talent. And another one is waste of the overutilized talents or overperforming. So these are all the examples of the waste of the talent: underperforming, non-performing and overperforming. So what are the causes of waste of talent? The first cause is wrong hierarchical culture. That means I am senior to you, you follow me. In many of the organizations basically that I see in South Asia, this culture is very popular. That means if I am senior, even if you might be correct, you have to follow me, because this is rule that was brought to me by my seniors and you also have to follow the same rules. So this is wrong hierarchical culture. If someone junior really has talent of making improvement, then there should not be a big question of following his advice. We can take advice from everybody if that is helpful. So wrong hierarchical culture is a clear cause of waste of talent. The second cause of waste of talent is the wrong job description. You hire someone from IT field and you place them in a wrong job with the wrong job description. Then naturally that is a waste of talent. I see that many IT professionals who have great job skills, who have the skills of cloud computing, who have skills of Kubernetes and internet security, they are given the wrong job description. Their talent is not used by the organization. So this is ultimately the waste to the organization as well. So wrong job description is always the waste of talent. The third one is wrong recruiting. And I request this to all the recruiters who are close to me, not to recruit someone in a very low job profile which doesn't demand high skills, where his educational and professional background is not helping the organization with anything. Right man, right place should be the motto. Sometimes it so happens that people are generally recruiting only seeing the educational level, which is also wrong recruiting. If someone has really strong aptitude for the job, if someone has really strong desire, want, if someone can really do a job with all his skills, enthusiasm to learn, then you should hire that person. That won't be a wrong recruiting. There is also fear, a deep-seated fear. Overtrained and too involved staffs may demand more. I'm sorry for the spelling here. There is fear in some seniors that if I involve the juniors too much in the work, they may outclass me and they may ultimately take my positions, or it might be professional risk to me in a long run. So this fear is also causing the waste of talent. Suppose if say black belts or master black belts or green belts, if they fear that if I teach the subordinates about the analytical and root cause problem solving skills, and if they ultimately outclass me, if they have such fear, then they may not be able to bring the lower level employees to the position of the skilled employee. So this is also a waste of talent. Let us see effects of the waste of talent. The first effect is waste of underperforming talents causes time wasted in making improvements. So if you have used waste of underperforming talents, then you have to train them to make the improvements in their professional career, in their job. A lot of time is wasted in making improvements. Also, If there are overperforming talents, then there is a work burden to those staff because they are not suited, or they are not built up, or they are not trained enough to perform a large number of tasks. So ultimately the work burden is also a type of waste. And the third one is waste of unrecognized talent. That means placing wrong man in the wrong job. And if you place wrong man in the wrong job, then job will be wrong. Now let's see a case study. I've taken a case study of the Kodak. This was the reason for the doom of the multi-billionaire company Kodak. In fact, Kodak was in fight with its competitor, namely Fujifilm and others, and it was just selling the Kodak reels and Kodak photo papers. So generally their strategy was they used to manufacture the camera, and they used to sell that in a very cheap price. And to assist that, they used to sell the Kodak reels and the Kodak photograph paper in a high price. So ultimately, in that time, the digital camera was not popular. There was a time of real camera. Now once the CEO of Kodak, Colby Chandler, hired the scientist Neil Gigantha, who was a very popular scientist at that time. He was a very intelligent man. Colby Chandler failed to recognize the talent and recognize to see the market shift. So this was one of the reasons for the failure of the Kodak. Colby Chandler asked Neil J. Gantha, "How do you see the future?" In a reply, Neil J. Gantha said that, "I see everything digital." Now, Neil J. Gantha was really a visionary scientist because he saw the digital future in the camera and photographs as well. But the CEO Colby Chandler didn't listen to him because they were already making billions of money with the same strategy. So he just thought that Neil J. Gantha is a scientist. He doesn't know about the future. So his talent was not recognized. There is a waste of talent here. He recruited Neil J. Gantha as a scientist in his organization, but he did not listen to him. He did not recognize his talent to see the future. So it ultimately causes the doom of the Kodak. Neil J. Gantha kept on screaming, "Please make those improvements," and to listen to him. But nobody of Kodak listened to him. Basically, the CEO didn't listen to him. He was just answered not to worry. They were already a multi-billionaire company and they knew how to handle the business. And ultimately, Neil J. Gantha devised a digital camera. And the idea behind digital camera was then taken by the other big players in the field like Sony, Panasonic and other, and ultimately it caused the doom of Kodak and finally had to announce the bankruptcy. You can now see how serious can be the waste of talent, and not listening to talented people can cause to the organization. Now let me see your input. Which of the following statement exemplifies the waste of talent? First one is the brainstorming meeting to solve without core employees associated with a machine or process. Is this exemplifying the waste of talent? Another is a manager who is yelling and who is not willing to listen to suggestions for improvement. The other is a manager who says he doesn't care if you have a PhD in operational management. He has a vacancy in HR and he wants to hire PhD in operational management in a HR role where actually there is no role of that particular PhD. Actually, the HR role has huge scope for the operational management, but suppose in this position there is not much role. So which of these statements exemplifies the waste of talent? I'll give you some time to think. Yes, these all statements exemplifies waste of talent. Because first of all, if you are brainstorming to solve a particular problem which is caused by the machine or process without involvement of the employees associated with the machine and process, if we are just the group of CEOs or a group of managers talking about solving the problem, then you may not come to the right decision. So you are not taking talents of the employee associated with the machine or processes. So this statement exemplifies the waste of talent. The second example, managers not listening to the suggestion for improvement, thinking that he knows everything, is definitely a waste of talent because he is just overperforming. 2 heads are definitely better than 1 head, so definitely this is the waste of talent. And recruiting, the third example is about recruiting, placing wrong man in the wrong job is also waste of talent. Although in this particular example, people with the sound knowledge of operational management can do a lot of work in the human resources. As I said earlier, suppose if there was not a big role, then definitely this would be the waste of talent. Now let us see how to handle the waste of talent. We already learned about the wrong approach. There were many wrong approaches such as wrong hierarchical culture, wrong job description, wrong recruiting, fear, and overuse of talents to make more profits. So these were all the wrong approaches which caused the waste of talent. The right approaches would be to make a family culture as a team and to act as a team member where input from everyone is given a priority. We have heard the example and name of Google in this approach a lot of times. Although not all, many employees in the Google are happy with the employee culture, and they said that they are treated as a team and a family. So this might be one of the reasons that Google has outclassed many search engines. So this might be one of the approaches of handling waste of talent. Another approach might be placing the right man in the right job, and this all goes to the process of recruitment. The third one is well-trained staffs are backbone of the company, so giving much emphasis on training of the lower end staff to make them skilled would be the right approach. There should not be the work overburden. Overburden and multitasking always reduces the work efficiency, and we should try to level out the work overburden by applying different lean tools. Before ending this lecture, let me remind you to join my Lean University's premium membership and enjoy a total free access for limited time inside my Lean University's online library and get tons of free courses, free books, and lecture topics on project management, Lean and Six Sigma, operations and supply chain, productive and preventive maintenance, quality maintenance, data science, industry and sales management, agile and scrum, Kaizen or continuous improvement, and much more totally free. No strings attached. As we have limited seats, only the early subscribers will be given open access inside the premium membership, and remember, it's totally free. Please subscribe and share the video if you share the common belief that professional education should be accessible to all.